Hello everyone and welcome back to Forza Horizon the Tour. And in today's video we're going to be comparing these two beasts. We've got the Jaguar F-Pace up against the Land Rover. So then it seemed natural to take these cars on an off-road drive.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
So then, before we get into me telling you how much my car's a lot better than Evil Genius's, I do have to say that the Land Rover is all round a great car. But everybody drives a Land Rover, and if you want something different, then this Jag is definitely a good option. And it's cheaper, and it looks better, it sounds nicer. You get the idea? However, from now on in these videos, when it comes to races, me and Evil Genius will be working together. Which means that if he goes off, then I'll have to wait for him. And if I go off, then he'll have to wait for me. What could possibly go wrong? Well, let's find out. After the first few corners, it seemed that this definitely wasn't going to be an easy race. There was a lot of crashing and bashing going on. But eventually we did manage to pull off a 1-2. Now all we had to do is decide who was going to come first. And while I was worrying about what was going on behind me, two of the cars actually went past. But after a good team push from Evil Genius, I managed to get myself back into first place. And then it happened. Unfortunately, Evil Genius missed a checkpoint, and me slowing down and waiting for him put me from first to... well, let's just say quite far at the back. So a good tip there then, if you don't really know where you're going, then don't buy a Land Rover. I think you may have heard me there. So then the team race hadn't gone well. Then I had a bit of an accident. But once we'd got my car turned back the way it should be, it was back to the timber place, where we'd plotted out a route to battle on. This route included going round the bulldozer, through the warehouse, as well as going over the massive piles of logs. So then, with a double rainbow on the start line, it was time to go. So first on the roof of the warehouse wins. Unfortunately I misheard that and thought it was roof of the car. So we started again. And being honest, I don't think the Jaguar was quite as nimble as the Land Rover. Luckily for me, Evil Genius didn't quite know where he was going, as it was me that made the route. After going round the bulldozer 100 more times than we should have done, We headed towards the warehouse section, where I may have had a tactical bump on the Land Rover. So up next it was onto the Gladiator logs. And I managed to get the inside line down to the jump onto the warehouse. However, I'd overshot that corner. But again, luckily for me, the Land Rover hadn't made the jump. So then, another great consumer test. If you want to be able to jump onto a warehouse, then you definitely want the Jaguar. Ideally, what you want to be able to do is what me and Evil Genius did. We call it the Jag Rover F-Pace combo. The only problem with this is he wanted to go one way and I wanted to go another. And we got on with our next challenge, satellite bowling. So then I'd scored half a probe. How could Evil Genius do? Turns out not very well. Let's hope this time we can do better in the team race. This was our last chance to prove that these cars were worthy. And I would need to get a move on, otherwise Evil Genius would have to drop back. Eventually I did catch up to him. And we made our way to what we hoped could be our first 1-2 finish. The track got rather tight, which wasn't good for the Jag. Naturally, Evil Genius wanted to be first, and actually spun out. But he did manage to bring it back. Now it was just me and him left, and it was going to be an extremely tight finish to the race. And Evil Genius agreed, whoever wins this, their car's better. And there we go, a big thanks to him, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.